Hello. Yeah, I brought a friend today. Oh, wow. This is so funny. I just have loved all of the Bernie memes that are on Facebook. So I thought I'd bring a friend with me today. What do you guys think? Oh my goodness. Yeah. So it's been a great week, hasn't it? It's been an interesting week. And so I am happy to show you that I got my hoodie. Hello, Evelyn. Yes, I just had to do it. Now, the interesting thing about this guy right here is that I'm from New Hampshire and he is from Vermont. And I was watching. Thank you so much, Evelyn. She says, congratulations on getting my hoodie. Okay, so let me just talk about the hoodie for a minute. The hoodie is something that we get as VIP Kid teachers for being with the company, and we sign our sixth contract, and then we can have the opportunity to buy the hoodie. So it's kind of something that we work for. We do pay something for it, but it's also something that we work for. So my hoodie, it says VIP Kid. It has Dino on the back. It has a cool hood. It's actually pretty warm and it's very comfortable. And I love the pattern because it is very unique. So VIP Kid teachers know that this is the hoodie. It's got the two zippers up here and it looks like the official, when somebody's wearing this that they have earned it. It used to be at the beginning of the company that you would get one for free. So when I first signed up for VIP Kid, it was something that you kind of work for and aspire to. But over the course of time, I think it was about a year ago or so, they changed it to, instead of giving you the hoodie for free, you get the hoodie you pay $35. Not plus shipping. I believe it's just $35, including shipping. And it is shipped from within the United States. So I got it within a few days. So that was pretty awesome. And so I'm really happy to wear this. And it is very comfortable, very warm. And it's pretty long. Like it goes to my waist. So I really like it. I actually like the style. Like if I saw this style somewhere, I would buy another one. I would buy another color. I probably wouldn't buy orange necessarily, but it works well because that is the official color for VIP Kid. And so my classes are going well. Yeah, we can match, Evelyn. That's true. We can come on together and match. Did you have any classes this morning for VIP Kid? So I have a lot to do today. I had one level 7, then I had 3 level different classes. So I had basically 5 class slots today, but one was a level 7, so that takes up 2 slots, and so that's 2.5 hours of teaching. Then I'm going to do try to keep this live a little bit short, and then I have a Manicam like a workshop with Miss Amanda Panda, teacher, and she is teaching Manicam, and she has a course out. I'm doing the self-study course, but she also has like a workshop once a week for a couple weeks. And so I'm doing that. So Evelyn taught last night. Awesome. And let's see. And then I have Manicam class. Then I have a knitting class at 10 Eastern. So I have to cut my Manicam class short, which is a bummer. But then and then today I also have my knitting class with 6 students. And so finger knitting at 10, but then regular knitting at 1. And that is my biggest class. And I'm telling you, it's not the, most ideal time to have 1 p.m. on a Saturday, but this class is awesome. Like it makes me want to teach this class to just only do knitting, because if I could get enough kids that want to just do only knitting, I would just do only knitting because it is just so awesome. And these kids, they figured out, I do have 2 videos on my channel. One's a slip knot, one's a regular how to knit your first row. And so what I do is I send that to the new people so they can kind of get a little bit of a head start. And so today we're going to start knitting a dishcloth, and because they already kind of know the knit stitch, and a dishcloth is a great way to kind of make something and learn a couple things along the way as well. So yeah, so my outschool, that's the only thing that's really picking up. So Evelyn's a homeschool mom meetup. We're going to knit and crochet at a coffee shop. Good. I'm looking forward to it because I need friends. Awesome. Yeah, it is a really great way to come together. Now, at one point in time when I was having a really hard time, I had a friend, she was about my age, and she just opened up her home, and we went to her house I can't remember what night it was, maybe a Monday night. We went to her house. We just brought whatever we were working on, and whoever wanted to come could come. She just opened it up. And that met a real important need for me. That was before the internet, before vipkid. It was just a time where I just needed to just go away from the house and just be with other people and just chat. And it was awesome. And, you know, there are times I look back and that was the most amazing time of my life. And it was not because anything great happened, but it was just coming together with other ladies, bringing a project. We didn't always talk about things that were serious. It was just time to meet up and just share projects with each other, see what we were doing. And we kind of stopped for a while, and we were going to get back to it. And unfortunately, we never got back to it. But it kind of got me over the hump of a really hard time. And so those times are needed. And as long as you can do it, do it. You know, sometimes I felt guilty leaving the house and, you know, doing something just for me. But at that point in time, that's what I needed. And so you do what you got to do. So right now I am actually doing a Monday night for anybody who wants to kind of knitting class on my channel, not on my channel, just a private Zoom. So I'm doing a private Zoom. But if something came up and I did something like that in person, I would totally be open to that too. I think that's a great thing to do. So as far as vipkid, things are normal, going along the same way that I have been. I have wanted to do more with outschool, and I do have quite a few classes that are opened up. I have the knitting class I have today is the biggest class that I have. But then I also had a couple random students sign up for some different classes that I have kind of a while out, maybe a week or 2 out. So I'm hoping that those classes will still fill. And I went back and I changed some of the thumbnails, changed a couple of the videos. I'm looking at who likes, you know, sometimes I get more likes on different things, but they're not actually signing up for classes. So I'm trying to tweak things. Luann, I keep forgetting about that and I really want to join. Awesome. Okay. So I'm trying to open it up for Monday nights, and just whoever wants to come can come. And so I'll try to make sure if I know that you want to come, I can send you a reminder. And I'm just sending the link privately. It's not on YouTube or anything like that. It's just a private meetup and all different people. Last week I had Meredith came, and she's trying to learn to knit. And a friend of mine that I have knit with, we figured out we've been friends for over 20 years. And so she came also, and she was finishing a blanket, and I was teaching Meredith how to knit. So we're just doing regular knitting. But if anybody wants to come and you want to do anything else to just visit with us, then that's fine. And so that's what's going on with there. So coming up for vipkid, we have Chinese New Year coming up. We have, as teachers, we have Valentine's coming up, so we can use those opportunities for teaching. And also, I wanted to tell you that I got a information for hooking your iPad up to the computer if you do not have a Mac to Mac. I put the link in the chat box there. You can look it up. I think it's called Reflector 3. And so what you do is you put it on your computer and you can make your iPad go onto your computer, and anything on your iPad will go into your box. And so it's kind of like what I'm doing for my iPad for classes. So what I do is I have Manicam over in the side, and I have some what you call presets. So I can right now I have a preset with just me with the background, and then I can switch to me with the iPad. And so anything on this iPad that I put up here will go on the picture box, okay? And then I can also switch it so that the picture box is big and I'm small. So this is great for a lot of different situations. Today I was able to show my student a couple of the pictures that we went skiing. Oh, interesting. Oh, funny. It's on AirPlay. So that means it's probably going to my living room. So this is me going up the rope tow or whatever. And so I made a video about this, and making your video, it didn't show this whole thing, but this was my first time. I went skiing this week for the first time since I was in high school. So it was kind of a momentous day, and it was a gorgeous day. It was really, really pretty. So this is a way that you can show a video, or you can show rewards, and you can do anything that you put on your iPad can show up in this box. And so this was a game that I played. Would be good for any virtual classroom. This is a matching game. So anything, like they pick two numbers, and that one is not a match. So this is with stars to apples. And so this is a great way to talk about animals, and it really kind of wakes the kids up when they have something like this to do. And, you know, you could do this with cards as well, but I think it's easier this way, sort of. Kids are faster than I am. So you can talk about the different animals. You can, you know, do matches here and there, and it's really fun. So if you go to that link in the chat box, if you do not have a Mac, you can watch that video, and it was on Facebook. So it's a Facebook link, and if that's helpful to you. There is a way to do it when you're not using Mac to Mac. What I do is I use the hardwire. I do have a video about that, and you can hook up your MacBook Pro to your iPad, and you can stream it through Manicam, and it works great. This is a stars to apples, and there are all kinds of different rewards for stars to apples. There are lots of find a stars with fun pictures. These are dogs. Some of you may have seen these, and there are people making all different types of rewards other than just find a star. I can also use Google Slides. Thank you, Evelyn. Thumbs up. So Google Slides has rewards already in place. And I do have a little bit of a glitch with this one, because it, yeah. So I have like these special, oh, you can't see it. Interesting. Okay, Google Slides is a little tricky. The thing I found with Google Slides is I have to turn off my iPad and turn it back on when I unplug something. So, so I am not high tech. There's still a lot I need to learn, but I did figure a few things out. And this thing I was really happy to figure out. So this is my Bernie, and I have a few ideas for my memes, but here he is in my classroom. And I just did this morning. I just thought of this, like during classes. I thought of this. So in between class, I made the little guy like this, and I said, I'm going to show this in my live today. He's sitting on my shoulder, giving me advice, telling me it's going to be okay, Cindy. Like, the world is going crazy, but it's going to be okay. So what do you mean, Luann, about outschool picking up? She's saying my outschool is picking up because I have a big class coming up today. So Bernie, yeah, what is he wearing on his hands? They kind of look like they are hand knit, but I think that what they are is they're called the smittens. And what you do is you take old sweaters and you cut the sweaters and you can make them into mittens. And we have made these. I have made these before. And what people do is like maybe go to Goodwill or any sweaters that you're like, you want to get rid of them. The best kind are the wool, the real wool ones. And you just cut them. And I have seen them at fairs and stuff where people make them and they sell them for really good prices. So, what class is it? It's one of my knitting classes this afternoon. I have like 6 students in it. And they all love to knit, so it's really awesome. Oh, good, Luann. Your classes are picking up too. Awesome. Yeah. So I thought it was really cool. As far as Bernie, I'm like, he's from the North and he kind of has the political view of close to like socialism, but I don't think that has the view of going completely like worldwide, but I don't know for sure. But I do know this. He was not the candidate I think as far as the Democrats, most people voted for him at the beginning, but he didn't have the popularity. And yeah. So anyway, he kind of represents, when I was looking at Facebook yesterday, it was kind of funny. It said the politician who is bringing us together, because everybody's making all kinds of memes, and that was him at the inauguration. And he looks pretty cold, doesn't he? Yeah, but he had his smittens on. So those have become popular, and I've heard that whoever made those or people who do make those are, getting orders like crazy. So I also wanted to suggest that Giselle says she wants to start doing art classes. I wanted to ask a few of you to rate me. If I give you a free class, I'm a lefty and tend to cover the art unintentionally. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, sure. I mean, at what ages are you planning on doing? Art classes, I think you have to find something that the kids really want to do, to make them say, oh yeah, I want to try that one. Like I've seen unicorns, I've seen paintings. We're doing, in a homeschool group right now, we're doing watercolors. So we do like once a week, we go to my friend's house and she does watercolors. My Spanish classes are filling up. I set them that's another thing, is to put the price down. That's true. Good morning, Cindy and friends. Hello, Casey. It's good to see you. I brought a friend today. Yeah. Yeah, so it's a great day when you have a friend with you for class. And it's cold up here. It's really cold. So great, Evelyn. I do watercolors. I don't want to underprice myself. So I think the idea of going low for the price is to kind of attract people to you and get somewhat of a following. And then you could even put it up, $1 or $2. And plus, if you want to teach one person for $10, or maybe you could teach 5 people for $25 if you put it down to 5. So I loved your meme. Evelyn says it's amusing how everyone's been making Bernie memes. I just thought of it during my classes today. Hello, Renee. Thank you for coming. I just thought of it. So in between classes, I had to get the picture, and then I had to make it into a, take the background out. So I just thought of it for you guys. Maybe I'll make a funny meme after. So Kelly says she has some classes selling out and some with low enrollment. It's trial and error to see what works. That's what's hard. Trial and error. And the other thing I thought of is if you do things like you're doing actively changing things and putting things up and stuff like that, if you do it at the right time, maybe your class will get to the top of the list or something. I don't know. Evelyn, my favorite meme of Bernie was gardeners waiting for spring. Yeah, it's perfect. Well, I have a couple ideas that you might see later. And I'm kind of like transitioning into MeWe because I do want to be, free from the threat of being, turned off on Facebook. But I also have my iPad group. I have, different things going on Facebook. So I don't want to completely take it off, but I want to add to my MeWe and grow the MeWe as well so that I just feel freer over there. So that's what I'm going to be doing. The teacher ones are funny. I am learning that ongoing classes are more desired. I have converted my one time to ongoing. Awesome. I have a few one times like that I put in there, like and then I have some that I did do the letter to grandma, which was a one time. I made that ongoing, but I haven't had anybody to get into that one. And it's like write a grandma a letter, which I thought would be really popular. But I've only taught one student that one so far. So I have a window next to me, so I'm taking off the glare. So the other thing this week, Telegram is great. Okay, I'll check that out. My thing is I have only so much time to check so many different things, That's really hard. Conservative Facebook. Okay. Yeah, MeWe. MeWe is it's like uncensored. You don't have to worry about sharing things that are going to be taken down. I already have a warning on my account for Facebook. Is anyone teaching journeys? I do not know. The other thing I wanted you to check out that I wanted to share about today was the story of the My Pillow guy. So I don't know. I think I have seen this guy before, but when we started watching, we're all shut down. We watch TV. We want to find out what's on the news. So we would watch Fox News quite a bit, in the summer. And we kept seeing the commercial for the My Pillow. And I am sort of the kind of person, I see the commercials, but I don't really buy what I see on commercials. I don't know what it is. Like my mom just deprogram that out of me or something. So it doesn't really tempt me to buy the stuff. And so I just watch it and I think it's interesting. But my husband went ahead and he bought us 2 My Pillows. And so I just laughed and I thought it was hilarious. I thought, you fell for it. That's so funny, And so we got 2 of the My Pillows and I have no idea how much they cost. And then I was laughing at him that he would buy the My Pillows, but then I went on Facebook and I put in a question. Oh yes, Larry King. Oh no, I didn't really hear that. So Evelyn says I'm probably going to finally order a couple of My Pillows. Yeah, actually at our Family Dollar, they had some My Pillows. I don't know, I didn't compare the price, but they were at our Family Dollar store in our town. And so I went ahead and I put on Facebook, I said, how many of you like your My Pillow? Kind of assuming that everybody bought one, right? And so many people typed in and said that they loved it. Some people said they didn't like it, but so many people at least tried it, right? So I thought it was a really cool thing, and I was like, wow, that guy's really doing it. He's selling all these My Pillows. Well, then a few months later, my husband went ahead and bought the sheets. He also has sheets on his in his company. He sells sheets as well, and they actually are really nice. And I like the My Pillow. I can't say that it has totally changed my life, but it's okay. It kind of reminds me of pillows that we had as kids. It's kind of instead of having like one piece of foam, it's kind of all broken up foam. It's not down like a feathers, but it's kind of pieces of foam. And it's kind of thrown in your pillow. And if it gets kind of packed down, you're supposed to put it in the dryer and then you fluff it up and then it's good to go again. So it's kind of supposed to like form to your head, and it's not too hard, not too soft. And oh, Evelyn, the cotton for the sheets are grown in Egypt. Yeah, he's got a really good spiel going for it. But, you know, then I saw that one day that he prayed when they went to DC. I think it was 2 times that he prayed at one of the openings for the things. And I'm like, well, that's interesting. He must be a Christian. And I thought, well, that's so cool. The My Pillow guy, you know, because to me, My Pillow guy has been helping us sleep through all of the difficulty that we've gone through in 2020. He's helped us sleep. And then I was like, well, the My Pillow guy helped us sleep in 2020, and now he's going to help us wake up in 2021 because he's going to pray for us, and he's going to, you know, he was kind of helping. He said he took a lot of statistics from the voter fraud and all that stuff, and he was going to, you know, help out with that and everything. And I saw a lot of comments about people talking about the My Pillow guy. Like, what does he know about politics? What does he know about anything, you know? And what I learned about him was he's a very smart person and he loved numbers. He said he's always been into statistics and he's always just really thrived in the math area for good and for bad, because, you know, that can go both ways. And so he just, I guess God was using him in that area. Well, I didn't realize that yesterday, or maybe a couple days ago, on Bannon's War Room, which is a show on Rumble now. I think they were on Newsmax maybe, but I watched it on Rumble. It's called Bannon's War Room, and he talks about all the current events. And he had the My Pillow guy on there. And I had no idea that he had been a drug addict, and he turned his life around. He got right with God, and God changed his life. And it's quite an amazing story. So I wanted to just, you know, throw it out there for you to check on that story. Go find him on Rumble or wherever. He may have his own little testimonial page. So he not only sells pillows, but he also has a program to help drug addicts. And my husband was telling me that he had gone to President Trump years ago, and he talked about how the men were coming to him and saying, we need your help. We need to get out of this addiction, and we need your help. And can you help us? And so he committed his life. The Pillow guy is the one. Steve Bannon was the one. Oh, Steve Bannon. I don't know anything about that. The guy who tries to raise money to build a wall but really stole it. No, I don't know anything about that story. This is War Room. I don't know anything about Steve Bannon, the guy who tries to raise money. This is a talk show host. I don't know if they're the same person or not. Oh, he's got big story, big news here in Minnesota. Well, the story is right now they're trying to stop people from buying the My Pillows because he wants to help President Trump. So anyway, the story is that he has addiction programs, and he tries to help people get out of addictions. And the story that I heard is that he had talked to President Trump, and that was part of the reason of building the wall, was if we can keep the drugs out of the country, we can save the guys before they start taking the drugs. So that's the story. You can look it up for yourself, and you can see what you find out, and you can let me know. Let me know if you have any other facts or interesting things to say about it. But I did hear him share in person a few times his own words and things like that. But when I was watching him yesterday in a testimony, it sounded like he wasn't really worried about his business as much as he was about people. And yes, he was successful in his My Pillow business, but his real care was for people. And I think that that's what's really important right now, is that, you know, that people would why can't people just buy the pillow and keep politics out of it? Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And the reason I'm sharing this is because we need to be more vocal about telling people, like, just because you might disagree with someone doesn't mean you don't buy a pillow that's going to help you sleep. You know, I mean, we're not going to agree with everything about everyone, but that's why we live in America. And that's why people want to come to America, because we want to be free to do what we believe is right and what we want to do as a business. If you think of having a pillow, you can be the My Pillow guy, right? I mean, that's the American dream. And it shouldn't be, if I don't line up with your views, then I get in trouble and you're not going to buy my amazing pillow, right? That's not what America's about. Many retailers have dropped the My Pillow guys products for supporting Trump. Yeah, exactly. And so I'm out here to share that, you know, yes, throughout this time, I didn't know what his political views were. We were just like, I want to buy the pillow. We tried the pillow and we still use the pillow. My husband bought the sheets. And, you know, and then I found out that he had a cool story that I really liked. Now, what would happen if he had a bad story that I didn't like? Well, then I could choose not to buy his pillow myself. Like, I could choose to, yeah, I could choose to tell people about it. But the way it's going right now is just a little extreme, and it's not right. And we need to share this with people, that it's not right. It's not American. And so what I want to tell you today too is that what is happening with the elites right now, it may trickle down and affect us eventually, but what should we do? Okay, what should we do about it in our little world? Well, we need to realize that as Americans, you know, throughout my life, I tried to teach my kids to be nice to everyone. Everyone. Okay, I had a friend that, now I'm a pretty straight person, like very conservative. And I met up with a group and we were homeschoolers, and I was a little nervous, like what kind of people would I meet, you know, at a random homeschooling meetup that we got through the paper. But we met up at the town square, and there were people there from all different walks of life. And there was one person there that looked like someone maybe I might not relate to just by looking at them. But I said, you know, I'm going to keep an open mind and I'm going to get to know this person. When I got to know this person, I found out this person was so loving. I found out that this person was a man. He had been married like 3 times. His last wife died of cancer and left him this young boy to raise. And he was kind of older in years. So he raised his boy himself. And he was like a hero to me. Once I got to know him and I realized how amazing this guy was, he had come from a really bad background. He had been into drugs. He had been into a really difficult life. I don't even know if he had broken the law at some point. Maybe. But his heart was just in love with his boy. He actually loved God. He loved people. He was such a helper. He took his boy. He was a bus driver. He had his boy drive with him every day, and then he homeschooled him at night. And then when he got older, he put him into school, a regular school. And his boy ended up he joined the army or something, and he's very, very smart and has, you know, a really good job. But the love that he had for his son and the commitment he had to raise his son was a testimony to me. And there are people that are going to be different than us, and they're going to maybe have different views than we have, and they're going to have different, but this is what makes America great, is that we love our neighbors. We love each other. We look out for each other. And what's going on right now is difficult, because I'm seeing, and I'm kind of old, but I'm seeing more judgment and more just nastiness of people towards each other than I ever have in my entire life. So I think that, the 7 people that are watching right now, we can make a difference in our world, is by showing love to people, and don't let the current events change that for us. Make it more so, bring it out even more. We shouldn't let the news and politics make us hate each other. Exactly. And that's what I'm saying, is just take that stuff and leave it there. Like, pray about it. We can't change it. We can't fix it, but we can still love each other. When you go to the store, you see people that are afraid, you can be a love to them and just tell them that you care about them. Give them a kind word, give them, do something nice, and show them the way. Because people, even driving, people, you can tell that they're just everybody's getting so protective of themselves, that we're just losing our love for one another. And so when I saw that about the My Pillow guy, it was just such a wonderful part of this whole thing. I'm like, there are bad things going on, but there are good things going on. And so we need to look for those good things, and we need to be a light for people that need it, and to, just try to be there for people, and try to be the difference for the people in your little circle. Try, and like Evelyn, she's reaching out and having a group, she can be a testimony with those people in her little group, or even online. We can be a blessing to the people that read our posts, and to, just be a strength for people. When people need someone to talk to, we can be available to them. So Evelyn says she brought 2 big bags of baby clothes to my best friend yesterday. Her baby's 8 days old. We voted for different candidates, but we're still friends. And that's what we need to do. We need to keep that going in our own little communities, and we need to still, and that will grow, as we do it and we show that to other people, that will grow. So hello from San Juan, Puerto Rico. Oh, awesome. Yeah, I didn't realize you were from, thank you for sharing that. I didn't realize you were way in Puerto Rico. That's awesome. I have another friend in Puerto Rico, but I don't know, can't remember the name of the city that she lives in. I'll have to look it up. She's not a vipkid teacher, but she I think she looked into outschool. She has some kids. So anyway, I just wanted to reach out to you. And if you're interested in my knitting night on Monday nights, it's 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And any level can come. Like, if you need help to learn, then I can help you with that. If you want to come and just knit, just hang out, you can do that. And I'm not doing your teachable moment because it was just too confusing. So I'm just trying to gather people, whoever wants to come. And if by chance you want to make any kind of a donation for instruction or whatever, I will share my PayPal account, because there's some people that want to pay for instruction. But if you want to come and just hang out with us, then it's like totally voluntary. It's not like I'm not charging anything. Okay, so I will be opening that up at Monday, 7 p.m. So I will send a link, and if you want to come, you can come. If you can't come, that's fine. Like I said, last week it was just 3 of us. I'm hoping that it will grow. There's a few people that said they wanted to do it, but they couldn't do it that week. And so we'll just see how it goes. I just figured I will just make it every Monday night, 7 p.m., whoever comes. And if you want to bring a friend, you can bring a friend. But I'm not putting the link out like public. I'm just sending it out privately. Okay. All right. Well, thank you guys for coming. And I hope that you guys have a great day. And I hope that you have fun with all the memes, right? Oh, awesome, Evelyn. I would love to have you. I think I invited you once, but you had a class. So, yeah. So, and just, yeah. And think about what you want to make. If you want to make mittens or something, we could make mittens. But I kind of was teaching Meredith how to just knit. And she said she can't come this week. So maybe whoever can come, you can let me know what you want to do, and I can help you, figure out what you need for the class, and then we can go from there. And we don't have to all make the same thing at the same time. Okay, we can all, if you want to all make the same thing, we could, or we could each make something different. We'll just have to work it out. We'll kind of play it by ear. So I hope you have a great day, and I will see you guys around. Thank you for coming. Thank you so much. Goodbye.